Good morning, friends. Today I am going to take this session on the amendment of the Constitution. Okay, so till now we have seen the fundamental duties. So we have done till Article 51A of the Constitution. So from now onwards, I am going to take the few concepts which are required for understanding our further articles. That is the union and the state, all those things. So before that, I will take few concepts, guys, such that we can understand what is the process of the constitution. So in this session I am going to take the amendments of the constitution, like as I said, as I have written in the yesterday's class. Article 51A means we have added that article 51A through 42nd constitutional amendment at 1976. Now we are going to see what is the procedure for the amending of the constitution. Okay, so how it is going to take place, who are the makers that are going to decide the amendment process, all those things we are going to see in this session. So the topic for the discussion is amendment of the constitution. Amendment of the constitution. Okay, so amendment of the constitution, we have the amendment of the constitutional procedure that was established in article 368. Okay, this was present under article 360, that is part 20. Part 20 of the constitution we have article 368. Okay, as we have seen the articles till 51A, that is 4A. This is the article 368 and deals within the part 20 of the constitution. So it is the amending of the constitution. We have constitution includes the preamble, articles, okay, schedules. So after that we are having the amendments. So how we are going to amend the constitution, its procedure, guys. Okay, so in this, in the article 368, in the article 368 it was mentioned the procedure of the constitutions. Okay, so in this article the constitution says that it is the power of the parliament to amend the constitution. It is the power of the parliament. So parliament only can amend the constitution. Parliament only can amend the constitution, and we have the no uh, taking part in the state legislature. Okay, state legislature have no role in the amending the constitution. But after sometimes I'm going to take the state legislature part also in few aspects that I am going to discuss. In general, the parliament is only having the power to amend the constitution. We are not having the power of the state legislature to amend the constitution. Okay, so the amending process of our Indian constitution is of two types. Okay, like simply, if you see the constitution of the USA, in USA till now we are having only 27 amendments. We are having only 27th amendments, and the last one is the in the year 1992. Okay, so the amending procedure of the USA is rigidity. They have rigid procedure. They have rigid procedure. Whereas unlike if we see the UK amending procedure, the UK amending procedure is the flexible one. Okay, that is, it can be amended through simple majority. Simple majority. So what is simple majority and the special majority that we are going to see? Simple majority through ordinary bill. Ordinary bill. So in this class briefly we are going to discuss type of majorities and the bills also. So the UK is having the flexible and the simple majority, and the bill will be passed through as an ordinary bill. Whereas our India, we have taken provisions of the both, that is the USA and the UK. In our constitution we have both the simple majority and the through the flexible process and the through the resident process. So we have taken both of this. And in Constitution of India, few articles will be amended through the simple majority, through will be the rigidity process. Through the rigidity process. Okay, guys, clear? So we are going to see how the process will be start and things that are going to deal with in this session. So, if you see the procedure of the amending of the constitution, we have see like this. So, for the amendment of the constitution, the first and foremost is it will be amended through the bill only, through the ordinary sorry procedure. So it will be amended through the ordinary bill only. It will be amended through the not ordinary bill. It will be amended by passing the bill. So we have types of bill. That is like the money bill, okay, ordinary bill, constitution bill, constitutional bill. So we have different provisions regarding the bills. So the money bill will be introduced in the house only with the prior recommendation of the president. So before introducing that money bill, we take prior recommendation of the president, and this having ordinary bill. So for this, we can go for simply passing the bill at any house. So in the constitutional bill also, we have no required prior president's approval, guys. Okay, so the bill to be passed is the constitutional amendment bill. Constitutional amendment bill. So constitutional amendment have been will be framed. Okay, after framing the constitutional amendment bill, it can be passed in the any house of the parliament. We have two houses of the parliament, that is we have the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so this bill can be passed in the Lok Sabha or we can be passed in the Rajya Sabha. Any of the bill means this bill will pass in this house or this house. But after passing the bill in the Lok Sabha, that is after the agreed, then again it should be passed to the Rajya Sabha. Okay, means separate passing of the bill, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Okay, and after passing, that is who can introduce this bill. So who are the persons that are going to introduce this bill? This bill will be introduced by the minister or private member. Okay, private member. Okay, so this bill may be introduced by the minister or the private member. Okay, we call the bill as two types of bill, that is the public bill or the private bill. So public bill, so if the bill is introduced by the minister, it is called as a public bill. Okay, if the bill is introduced by any private member, that is the one who is not a minister, is called as a private members bill. Okay, so the scope of the passing bill will be more in the ministers, that is the public bill, guys. Okay, so the constitution amendment bill will be introduced in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha by the minister or the private member. Done. Okay, so and after the passing to the both houses, then it will be sent to the president assent. Then the president gives his assent, then the bill becomes an act. Then the bill becomes an act. Okay, okay, guys, so this is the process that is going to takes place in the constitutional amendment bill. So first of all, it will be introduced by any minister or the private member in the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. If it was introduced in the Lok Sabha, after passing by the Lok Sabha, it again should be passed in the Rajya Sabha, on the vice versa. Okay, so after passing the bill, it finally goes to the president assent. What happens if there is a deadlock? Deadlock means if the Lok Sabha passed and the Rajya Sabha not interested, and if the Rajya Sabha passed and the Lok Sabha not interested, and if the both the houses are also not interested, so simply if one house of the pass and the other house is not interested, then it is called as the deadlock. Then it called it as a deadlock. If it has been passed by the one house, but we have objection with the other house, then it is called as the deadlock. But in the ordinary bills, if we have this type of deadlocks, we go for the joint sitting. We go for the joint sitting of the both houses. So the joint sitting will be announced by the president, but it will be taken care by the presiding officer, that is speaker. Okay, but in the constitutional amendment bill, we are not having the provision of the joint setting. We are not having the provision of the joint setting. What happens if there is a deadlock? If there is a deadlock, then the bill will become null and void. Means it is of no use. That's why if you see, we have the 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act, that is the reservation for economic weaker sections. Okay, we have that is 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act, reservation for economically weaker sections. But it is not the it is not the 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act. Sorry, it is not 103rd Constitutional Amendment Bill. It is 124th Constitutional Amendment Bill. Okay. Then what happened? The remaining 21 bills they have made in this manner. They have some issues with the, they have the deadlocks. They have the deadlocks with the 21 guys. Okay. This 124th Constitutional Amendment Bill have become after ratification 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act, that is the economically weaker sections reservation. Okay, this is the process that is going to take place in the constitution. So now we will see what is the type of majority. So what are the provisions that are going to deal with the simple, the moderate and the rigidity complexes. So if you see the process, if you see the majority, we have three types of majorities. We have so if you see the majorities, now I am going to take my section on the majorities. Majorities. So to pass the bill, we need to have the majority. So what is the type of majorities that we need to take care of? Okay, I will write here. Majorities. Okay, so the first one is the simple majority. Simple majority. So what do you mean by simple majority? So simple majority is simple majority is the greater than 50% present and voting. Okay, so greater than 50% present and voting, then it is called as a simple majority. Guys, if the strength of the house is considered 300, 300. Okay, so if the strength of the house is 300, if the present and voting is greater than 50%. For example, guys, the present and voting I take 200. Okay, if the present and voting I take 200, so in this greater than 50% means so 200 by 2. It is 100. So greater than 50% means 100 plus 1 is equal to 101. So if I satisfy the 101, it is called the simple majority. Okay. So if the example, if the strength of the house is 300, guys, we are having the different strength for the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. If you take the total strength, we have 552 for the Lok Sabha and the 252 for the Rajya Sabha. Okay. So in this, if we take, for example, it is an example. If you take the total strength of the house is 300, is in a simple majority, it is the greater than 50% present and voting. So in the out of 300, the present and voting is 200. So I said greater than 50% of present voting. So what is the 50% of the present voting? The 50% of the 50% of present and voting is 100. Greater than 100, that is 1. That is 101. This is the simple majority. After that, we are having the absolute majority. Absolute majority. So absolute majority says that greater than 50% of total membership. Greater than 50% of total membership. Okay, so we have total membership 300. So greater than 50%, that is 300 by 2. It is 150 plus 1. That is 151. Okay, so absolute majority greater than 50% of total membership. That is 300 by 2. That is 150 plus 1. 151. We have this as first statement. We have this as statement. And we have the one more thing. So the one more thing is the is called as the special majority. Special majority. So if you take special majority, it is greater than 2 by 3rd of the present voting. Okay. So greater than 2/3 of the present and voting. That is the greater than 2 by 3rd into 200. Okay, that is approximately 134 like that. Okay, guys. Simply, it is the two-third. Sorry, simply it is the 50% of present voting. It is the two-third. It is the two-third of the present voting, guys. So in simple majority, 50%, that is 200 by 2 plus 1. So in the special majority, we have two-third of the present and voting, guys. Okay. So this is the pattern. So we have this type of majorities. We have this type of majorities, guys. Okay. Simple majority, absolute majority, special majority. So these three types of majority we are having, and we have one more majority, guys. That is the, so we have one more majority criteria. That is, if I take 2 plus 3 plus simple majority by the ratification of half of the state. Simple majority by ratification of half of state. So, guys, if there is a provision regarding the federal structure, so that is it includes the states also, then it should be passed by the 2 and 3 and the simple majority by ratification of the half of the states. Like we are having the 28 states, but it should be passed only with the 40 states is enough. Okay, but these 14 states should pass that bill as in simple majority. If the means, that is in simple manner. If a state like Telangana, if the Telangana pass the bill like simple majority, it is enough. Like that, the states of Telangana we should pass by the 14 states. That is simple majority pass by the ratification of half of the states should agree. It is called as the uh, simple majority by ratification of the half of the states. So we have the this four types, guys. Okay, this one, two, three, and the four. Now we need to see what are the things that are related to the these provisions. Okay, so guys, I am going to take these provisions here itself. This simple majority, guys. Okay, oh, so see, guys, that is, now I am taking the amending procedure, guys. So this is the types of majorities that we are having. The first one is the simple constitutional amendment bill. Okay, simple one. The first one is the simple constitutional amendment bill. So for the simple constitutional bill, what are the measures that we need to have? So for the simple constitutional amendment bill, it should be only simple majority is enough. That is the only first one is enough. Only simple majority is enough. So in the simple majority enough, in the simple majority, what are the things that we are going to change in these provisions? Like what are the amendments that we are going to see? In this, we are going to see the change in the fifth and the sixth schedules. Fifth and sixth schedules. Okay, so if you need to change any fifth and sixth schedules, it should be done with simple constitutional amendment bill with simple majority. If you need to go for any quorum, okay. So guys, what do you mean by quorum? Quorum means to run the assembly like the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. We should have at least 10% of the membership of the house. It is called as quorum. So if you need to go amending any change regarding quorum, you go for the simple constitution bill. Okay, and also if you need go for the bicameralism, guys. So in the state we are having the only one house generally. So the bicameralism is having the two houses, that is the council and the assembly. So for that purpose also we should go for the simple constitutional amendment bill. It is called as through article 169. Article through 169 we call it as bicameralism. Okay, so for all those things we simply go for the simple constitutional amendment bill. Through that is simple majority, guys. Done. And after that I will go for the moderate constitutional amendment bill. Moderate. So, what are the majority that we need to consider in the moderate constitutional bill? So, the majority that we need to consider in the moderate constitutional bill is, that is 2 and 3. So, 2 and 3. So, we need to take over the 2 and 3. So 2 and 3, if you read, so the majority includes the majority of the greater than 50% of the total membership and the majority of the 2 by 3rd present and voting. If this and this both satisfied, then we go for changing the amendment the constitution through this moderate method, that is for like the fundamental rights and the DPSPs. This includes the fundamental rights and the DPSPs. These are the provisions that are kept in the moderate case. Done. So these two conditions has to be satisfied, that is the absolute majority and the special majority. So in constitution is simply it is called as special majority under article 368. Under article 368 it is called as special majority. After that we are having the rigidity. Okay, so to amend the rigidity we should go for this, that is fourth one, that is 2 3 and simple majority by ratification of half of the state, that is I should go for the fourth one. I should go for the fourth one. So what are the provisions that are contained in the rigidity? So in the rigidity, if I go for the president's election, why? Because the person going to take part in the president's election is the elected members of the Lok Sabha, elected members of the Rajya Sabha, elected members of the state assemblies. They are the persons that are going to take part in the presidents of the election. That's why if there is any matter that related to state legislature, why? Because the state legislature MLAs are also going to take part in the president's election. Then for amending those things I go for the legislative process. Okay, that's why I will take it as any precedent, Supreme Court. Okay, any seventh schedule. Okay, means the seventh schedule includes the union center, that is the union. Okay, state, that is the union list, state list and the concurrent list. And after that the recently add, that is GST. GST, right? The GST has been amended through this process. This is the process that we need to discuss about the amendment of the constitution bill. That is simple constitution amendment bill, the moderate constitution amendment bill, and the legislative constitution amendment bill. Okay, guys, done. So this process we are going to amend the constitution. So regarding the provisions, they need to have this type of melodies. Guys, please make a note of only one type of melodies. Like simply, if you go and read in the other book, in the other books, they will be having different types of melodies. You stick to your points, or you stick to your topic of discussion with only one topic, with only at one source. Okay, such that it make you easy to learn. Otherwise, it's make you very confused, guys. Okay, but here we need to discuss one thing, guys. Okay, Article 368 deals with only these two provisions. Article 368 deals with only these two provisions. Okay, guys, it's very important. It's very important. Means the amendment to the constitution can be done through the simple majority, that is the simple constitution amendment bill, the moderate constitution amendment bill, and the resident constitution amendment bill. But these are not going to take care by the article 368. Why? Because if you take care of the six, then we have present last, that is one not third constitutional amendment act. If you take care of all those things, it will go some approximately 400 like that. Okay, so we are not going to take this simple constitutional amendment bill. Okay, and in this it includes the formation of state. Formation of state. Okay, guys, clear? Only the moderate constitutional amendment bill and the resident constitutional amendment bills are only going to considered by the article 368. Okay, article 368 will be having only those two provisions. But we can amend the constitution with simple constitutional amendment bill also. But those are not going to include in the article 368 procedure. These are having only two, that is the special majority. Special majority means this is absolute majority, that is the greater than 50% of the total membership, and the greater than 2/3 of the present vote. It too includes the special majority, and the special majority with the ratification of the half of the states. Okay, guys, these are going to deal with. Now we have criticism. Now we have criticism regarding the amendment of the constitution. What is criticism, guys? So we are going to stay the state's role only in the legislative process. See, we are going to take or consider the state's role only in the legislative process, but we are not considering those in amending the simple constitutional amendment and or in the moderate constitutional amendment bill. So that is, it says that it is ours is the quasi federal. So we are giving the powers of only to the parliament, not the state legislature, while amending the constitution, guys. That is criticism. States have no role. Criticism. Okay, that is states have no role. Only with respect to the representative, we are having the states role. Only that to half of the states. If any 50% of the states okay, it's enough. No matter of the other states. So states have no role in amending the constitution, guys. Okay. So and after that, the president's role also not there. Okay, we have no role in the amending the constitution amendment is the president. So at the beginning also it is not there, and at the end also it is not there. That is during the prior recommendation of the presidents we are not having, and the final also we are not having. That is during discussions. Okay, so states have no role, and the presidents have the no role in the amending the constitution, guys. Okay, so in this manner, we are going to take this and we have this criticism, guys. So if you see the summary of the discussion, so if you see the summary, we have the constitutional amendments. It is the prerogative of the executive. It is the prerogative of executive. So prerogative of legislature, guys. Okay, it is the prerogative of the legislature. That is, it has given the powers only to the parliament. Okay, that is no executive role. No executive role in the matter, guys. Okay, guys, with this I am closing my session. So we have done with entire part of the criticism of the summary also, guys. Okay, thank you one and all.